Scatter. I meet some of our neighbors. Howdy, Mark.
Hang loose, little man.
I meet some of our neighbors. Howdy, Mark.
Hang loose, little man.
Hey. I meet some of our neighbors. Howdy, Mark.
Hang loose, little man.
Hey, Kathy. Hey, Mr. Price. Pretty, ain't she? Yes, ma'am. Whoa. Never let your guard down. Yes, Grandma. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility.
Son, I want you to keep this cell phone.
Pretty, ain't she? Yes, ma'am. Whoa. Never let your guard down. Yes, Grandma. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility.
Son, I want you to keep this cell phone on you at all times. It's expensive, so you gotta be careful.
I think I lost it.
What? How did you lose it?
Found it. It broke.
Cricket, you gotta be more. Somebody call the fire department? Seriously?
Sorry. Now that's how you fake a death. It's a miracle. Ready? Ready.
Cricket!
Scatter.
Cricket!
Scatter. I meet some of our neighbors. I meet some of our neighbors. Howdy, Mark.
Hang loose, little man.
Hey, I meet some of our neighbors. Howdy, Mark.
Hang loose, little man.
Hey, Kathy. Hey, Mr. Price. Pretty, ain't she? Yes, ma'am. Whoa. Never let your guard down. Yes, Grandma. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility.
Son, I want you to keep this cell phone on you at all times. It's expensive, so you gotta be careful.
I think I lost it.
What? How did you lose it?
Found it. It broke.
Cricket, you gotta be more. Somebody call the fire department? Seriously?
Sorry. Now that's how you fake a death. It's a miracle. Ready? Ready.
Cricket!
Scatter. Now that's how you fake a death. It's a miracle. Ready? Ready.
Cricket!
Scatter. Now that's how you fake a death. I meet some of our neighbors. Howdy, Mark.
Hang loose, little man.
Hey, Kathy. Hey, Mr. Price. Pretty, ain't she? Yes, ma'am. Whoa. Never let your guard down. Yes, Grandma. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility.
Son, I want you to keep this cell phone on you at all times. It's expensive, so you gotta be.
Never let your guard down. Yes, Grandma. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility.
Son, I want you to.
No! I gain a responsibility. I gain a I meet some of our neighbors. Howdy, Mark.
Hang loose, little man.
Hey, I meet some of our neighbors. I meet some of our neighbors. Howdy, Mark.
Hang loose, little man.
Hey, Kathy. Hey, Mr. Price. Pretty, ain't she? Yes, ma'am. Whoa. Never let your guard down. Yes, Grandma. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility.
Son, I want you to keep this cell phone on you at all times. It's expensive, so you gotta be careful.
I think I lost it.
What? How did you lose it?
Found it. It broke.
Cricket, you gotta be one. Somebody call the fire department? Seriously?
Sorry. Now that's how you make a tap. It's a miracle. Ready? Ready. It's a miracle. Ready? Ready. It's a miracle. Ready? Ready.
I gain a bunch of food.
Canoga,
Bam, bam,
Canoga,
bam, bam, bam.
you know, guys, after being eliminated for like a day or so, I realized I should take this competition more seriously.
Oh, but you were doing so much to begin with. I'm just glad that nonsense is over with.
I was scared we almost lost you.
Yeah, we need the numbers to advance in this game. And, you know, she's our friend. Oh, yeah, sure, that. Right.
It had to have been pretty small to fit behind that bush, but what was it? What if it wasn't even a bush? It could have been a shrub.
Mike, I've just experienced the most horrible thing. It was a monstrosity.
What? What was it?
Your personality. Get it? Because everyone thinks you're annoying.
What do you even know about me? Huh?
Huh?
You just waltz in here saying these offensive things. Is that the person you want to be, Cheesy?
Yes.
A person that makes everyone upset?
Yes.
That's the monstrosity.
There's a monstrosity.
The grandson, that's it.
It's elimination time! Isn't me supposed to be here? My apologies, Mr. Balloon. Me phone appears to be running a tad bit late today. A tad bit, sir.
I'm here, guys. Thanks for waiting.
Me phone. You look even worse than usual.
Shut up, Knife. Shut up. What do you even do? You go here.
Sir, are you well? You don't seem to be yourself.
Ugh, that tissue guy sneezed on me. I think I might have the condition. But I'm probably fine.
I'm quite concerned about your health, sir. I advise that you seek immediate care.
Nah. Now let's just do the elimination.
Do we have prizes to give to the safe competitors?
I didn't give those. There's no prizes. Let's just do the rundown.
The rundown, sir? Did we rehearse that?
No. The people who are safe are... You know what? I don't want to do this, Meathead. You do this.
All you do is I'll make you so proud!
The competitors safe are Suitcase, Baseball, Nickel.
Hurry up already.
The eliminated competitor is Mr.
Cheesy with 2,605 votes. A record high, truly unprecedented.
Hooray!
Dead.
You know, after this morning, I realized that sometimes my jokes hurt people's feelings. I should probably switch gears to something less offensive. Maybe try commercials again?
Aw, Cheesy, you don't need to do that.
But Mike, you said it yourself. I'm just a monster.
But comedy is a part of who you are. Just try not to bother people as much. I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't do commercials.
Yeah, you're right. And guess what? I found out humor isn't entirely made up of puns. Hear this one. What do you call a...
Oh, look, sir, I did something. I did it. Do you love me yet?
Finally, that menace is gone. Now let's get to the next challenge. I call it...
Oh, I love that name. How did you come up with...
No,
Mr. Phone, do you need me to get you a pillow? Get up, you bum! Okay?
Me phone appears to have malfunctioned.
Oh, no, you mean he's sick?
Yes.
So what happens if we don't know who?
Oh, please don't bring OJ back again.
Toilet, the fate of Me Phone's existence depends on us. We need to cure him now.
Luckily, I'm prepared for any technological disaster with my trusty bag of rice. Muffle top. Fan, you said that would work. I thought everything on the internet was true. That only works for water damage and... Well, if we're gonna have some rice, you need some soy sauce. I mean, I need it.
The battery must have shorted out. A trip to MeatCloud for a fresh one would be an efficient solution. It's the Meeple headquarters. They have everything a Meeple product could want there. Everyone, we need your assistance. Everyone, this is a challenge. If you do not participate, you will suffer immediate elimination.
Oh, well, look at you. You think you're the host now, don't you?
Toilet, listen. We're doing this to repair Me Phone. You can partake as well. How about you go with the Grand Slams, and I'll go with the bright lights.
Can we have you instead?
No, you stuck with me.
Great. We need to go to MeatCloud, in the sky. How are we supposed to get there?
Mr. Phone wanted us to use these balloons for a challenge.
Yes, that's correct. Excellent work, Toilet.
Yeah. Can you believe it, Van? We're going to see Meeple headquarters. Wowie golly whiz.
Yeah, I'm so hyped. I heard it makes your wildest dreams look meaningless by comparison.
Wow, you guys, I'm quite impressed. Ew, you're a Meeple fan too?
Oh, no, not at all. I'm just surprised you're, doing something. I mean, should we all just sit around? I mean, we're gonna win either way, and, just because your theory said so.
Mr. and Mrs. Paintbrush, I am detecting a high level of anger here. Perhaps you'd like to hear the soothing sounds of an elegant waterfall.
I don't need a...
Guys, their balloon is on our tail. We need to find a way to get there faster.
Why don't we cut off the tail, then they can't grab it?
Mr. and Mrs. Paintbrush, I am detecting a high level of anger here. Perhaps you'd like to hear the soothing sounds of an elegant waterfall.
I don't need a...
Guys, their balloon is on our tail. We need to find a way to get there faster.
Why don't we cut off the tail, then they can't grab it?
Mr. and Mrs. Paintbrush, I am detecting a high
so I realized I should take this competition more seriously.
Oh, but you were doing so much to begin with. I'm just glad that nonsense is over with.
I was scared we almost lost you.
Yeah, we need the numbers to advance in this game. And, you know, she's our friend. Oh, yeah, sure, that. Right.
It had to have been pretty small to fit behind that bush, but what was it? What if it wasn't even a bush? It could have been a shrub.
Mike, I've just experienced the most horrible thing. It was a monstrosity.
What? What was it?
Your personality. Get it? Because everyone thinks you're annoying.
What do you even know about me, huh?
Huh?
You just walked in here saying these offensive things. Is that the person you want to be, Cheesy? A person that makes everyone upset? That's the monstrosity.
He's looping himself. Why the freak out, idiot? I bet nothing is gonna. I'm just fire you, idiot. I wonder what the newest comment is. I bet it's nothing evil. What the heck is that? Blood on the foot. Oh no! He got back to his headphone. He got back to his headphone. He got back to his headphone. Yeah, this. Yeah, Tastes like butter, huh? I was just kidding. Today, Bitcoin. Today is gonna be raining coins. Rain in the sky. It better rain, also cut your head off. I eat birds. Die for it. It's gonna rain coins. Gonna rain coins. That'll be the house. Make the rain in the house. Nothing's gonna happen to the house. Maybe.
Here's my review of the golf ball plush. You can see that it really does look like
That's tennis ball.
an actual golf ball.
That's tennis ball, idiot.
This thing was designed by Jack and Jill from the FDI. Tennis ball has these nice little appendages here, which are done very well. If you look at the actual tag here, it also says golf ball. It looks very much like a golf ball. You can't really play golf with it. I tried that. It goes about 10 feet, but it is a great soccer ball too because it did make it larger than an actual golf ball. Very much like a golf ball. You can't really play golf with it. I tried that. It goes about 10 feet, but it is a great soccer ball too because it did make it larger than an actual golf ball. But yeah, if you like the golf ball, here you go, and that's that. Very much like a golf ball. You can't really play golf with it. I tried that.
That's it. Well, I've been time traveling for years, but you look too inexperienced.
I didn't.
Sorry, kiddo. Hold up. This restaurant's dessert has been poisoned, and a baby is crawling to go eat it. Well, years, but you look too inexperienced. Sorry, kiddo. Hold up. This restaurant's dessert has been poisoned, and a baby is crawling to go eat it. Well, a precious life is on the line. And I'll need an assistant to save it, so it's your lucky day. I'll teach you how to time travel. First rule, don't do anything until the clock says it's time. The clock doesn't mess around. So here goes. If you're watching this video on a computer, pressing J or L will warp you 10 seconds backward or forward in time. Oh god, since when did this baby know how to run? Anyway, if you're instead watching on your phone, sorry, this effect isn't gonna work. Come back when you have access to a computer. The baby's getting close, so we need to act now. I'm gonna time freeze the baby, and you will warp forward the cake stage. 3, 2, 1, go! You never listen to me. Well, inexplicable rift in space-time happening in 3, 2, 1. Whoa, baby doesn't want to chow down on the now rotten, smelly cake. We saved its life. Oh, the baby wants to drink vodka now. That's no good. The legal age is 21. I think you've learned enough. I'll leave this one up to you. Perfect. He's 22 and is enjoying the booze. Yikes, now he's hungover. Let's warp him out of it. Crap, now the baby's fit. Perfect. He's 22 52 and is enjoying the booze. Yikes, now he's hungover. Let's warp him out of it. He's dead. Crap, now the baby's 50, too old to party. We gotta warp backward. Ever become attached to... He's dead. What a tragedy. 'Tis the fate of a time traveler to witness every youngster die of old age. Second rule. Never become attached to the children you assist. That being said, you've made good progress.
I don't.
But there's one last skill I want to teach you. Overlapping timelines. Buckle up. Press L.
No, bitch.
Nice one. You're doing well. I'm gonna get some coffee. Please ignore everything my animatronic clone says. You copycat. Now press it again. Thanks for ignoring the clone. One final command. Press L. Give J another press. Excellent job so far. Let's turn it around and press J. It's gonna be hard to top that flawless run. Out of hundreds of my students, nobody has performed overlap timelines as well as you just did. Use your newfound powers for good. Never use them for evil. Oh, and one last lesson. Press J every time you see this red dot hit the wall. Repeat that until you reach the beginning. Ready? Go. You found a job so far. Good clone. Teach you. This every year. Yikes. Now. Whoa, big. 3. This effect is computer. Pressing first rule is scrolling to years, but you want to learn. Kiddo. This video is part 2 of a series, and it'll. Kiddo. 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 This video is part 2 of a series, and it'll have spoilers for part 1. So if you haven't seen part 1 yet, please watch it first. Anyway, remember that baby that ended up dead in my time travel video from last year? Unfortunately, he came back as a zombie, and well, he's not too happy with us.
I'm so mad you guys killed me, but I sure hope I didn't die for fucking nothing. At the very least, could you donate my body to science?
Sure thing. Let's scientifically analyze the video that killed you. So, viewers, you're probably gonna want a refresher for that year-old video, right? Well, I told viewers when to press J or L to warp forward or backward 10 seconds.
Don't forget the part where he kills me.
Sorry, baby. Anyway, I really like the diagrams that We50 and others made to track viewers' progress through the video, and I confirmed with them that it was okay to share those diagrams here. Wanna know how I did it? I just typed the script into a Google spreadsheet with around 200 rows, where each row represents 1 second. An L press sends you forward so it looks like this, and a J press sends you backward so it looks like this. You can see it took me 3 attempts to get this video script to work, and let's just say I'm glad I didn't go with the second one. Now if I just wrote my main script from top to bottom, my job wouldn't be over. Why? Because there's also that secret message that reads bottom to top. If you press J every half second, you'll hear it. So every 9.5 rows of the forward script, we have to include 1 word of the backward script. These words have to play 2 roles. Fortunately, the words to Rick Astley's song are pretty common, so I was relieved. I wrote these double-purpose words in all caps, and then it just became a puzzle. For example, say your choices are, I will time freeze the baby, and I'm gonna time freeze the baby. Both have the same meaning, so we could use either, but the backward script also requires us to use the word gonna, so that seals the deal for us. In short, I just had to experiment with different sentence formats 20 times and I was done. Now let me show you the finished timeline with the player's intended journey in navy blue. After 55 seconds of explaining, I had you perform your first L press, which looks like this. If you followed my orders, you shouldn't have witnessed anything in the gap, but some of you did anyway. Next, I had you do an LJL press to toy around with the baby's age so he could legally drink vodka from his glass. Be warned, J presses can easily cause infinite loops. It takes an L press on either side to prevent that.
Well, that last L press killed me. Think about all of my hopes and dreams crushed.
Well, you still got to live 98 years, we just didn't get to witness it.
Whatever.
Anyway, this next stunt, even top time-traveling students of prestigious time-traveling schools struggle with it. What stunt am I talking about? That's right, the universally hated overlapping timelines. By some stroke of luck, though, a good portion of you viewers out there executed it perfectly. Dang, I'm impressed. Congratulations. I don't want to repeat myself too many times, so I'll just show the diagram here. it should explain itself. Do you want to know the thing I love most about overlap timelines? If you followed directions correctly, you should have traversed 205 to 07 3 times. The only way you know how to take action differently each time is the context, and only the context. My previous messages changed the meaning of the it. Wait, you have to be kidding me. Some of you forgot to ignore my animatronic clone and got stuck in an infinite loop? Oh my god, that's embarrassing. Anyway, next on my list of stunts was the grand finale, which, to my surprise, made some of you want to go on a killing spree. So I should probably write an obituary to the people you killed. To clarify, yes, I asked you to repeatedly press J every time the dot hit the wall, which ends up being a little prank we like to call a Rickroll. The timing's tricky to get just right, so if you had trouble, Turbell's video will do all the work for you.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you.
Apologies from me for playing a 13-year-old prank on you viewers. I promise I won't do anything like that ever again. But enough of that diagram. I know what you guys really care about, the audience retention graph. So if everyone followed orders exactly correctly, then every line here should account for 100%, giving us this graph. When I say boop, I'll show the actual graph. Drumroll please. Boop. Ew, gross. It's so inaccurate. Don't worry, I'm just joking. In all honesty, I'm really impressed with how visible the Rick-rolling hills are. They're 9.5 seconds apart, and their height means that roughly 420,000 people participated in the fun! I've also never seen retention higher than 200% for a video longer than a minute. Now I'd like to point out that the baby's death had really low retention, which is just disrespectful to baby. He dies, so you decide to look away? Despicable. In other news, I think it's really cool that during the gaps I told you to skip over, you can see a noticeable divot. This one's U-shaped as expected, but I can't find a reason for why this one would be double U-shaped. You're seriously gonna... Oh right, it did have a reason. I had to send you guys there to rickroll you. Also, there's no reason this region should be above 100%. Overall, I think this video project was so much fun! I expected it to take a lot of work, but because it was 5 times shorter than my average video, animating it was actually a breeze. And if I'm not mistaken, it's the first video on YouTube to use time travel so extensively. If you participated in this YouTube experiment, thanks for playing along. Wait, what is that? Oh my god, I'm getting a phone call saying you have to press J every time these 2 green lights touch until you reach the beginning. 3, 2, 1, go! And if I'm making this video in other news, now I like to and their height, then every... But enough of the timing I asked is made some and got stuck is the content. I've traversed, repeat myself, by some 98 and L press so he could load my orders. Now let me show you have the same meaning. I wrote these these words have that reads bottom to top. Now if I just second and L press, I just think at the baby that ended up kiddo 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 this kiddo 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 this video kiddo this video is part 2 of a series and it'll have kiddo 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 this kiddo 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 this video is part 2 of a we'll have kiddo 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 this kiddo 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 this video is part 2 of a we'll have kiddo 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 this video is part 2 of a kiddo 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 kiddo
I suppose you're right. Metal gradient drop. You.
and Igloo are safe too. That leaves us with 2 contestants, Fly Tape and Frozen T-shirt. That leaves us with...
What the hell?
Wow, Metal Ball, I don't want any more walnuts. Go away.
Look at you two. You're like the best of friends.
What? Check me out, Frozen T-shirt.
Speaking of, checking out. Hello, it's me, Checkout Counter. It's live time.
It's time for live time, where the viewers pick who they want to stay and who they want to live alive. It's time for live time, where the viewers pick who they want to stay and who they want to live alive.
Check me out, Frozen T-shirt.
Speaking of, checking out. Hello, it's me, Checkout Counter. It's live time.
It's time for live time, where the viewers pick who they want to stay and who they want to live alive.
Hello, Yellow Christmases.
Mom!
Welcome to Lime Time. If you're safe, you will get 1 free lime. No lime, and no more competing for you.
Limes? What are we even supposed to do with those?
Just be grateful, MGD. When life gives you life. Shut up! Pay attention!
We got 453 total votes. Hedge is the first one safe with 109 votes.
Oh, are you serious? He ruined my beautiful team name!
Correct.
Igloo, I think all he did was teach us a valuable winning strategy.
I suppose you're right. Metal Gradient drop. You and Igloo are safe too. That leaves us with 2 contestants, Fly Tape and Frozen T-shirt.
Bottom 2? Fly Tape, no!
Yes.
The last line belongs to Fly Tape. Any last words, Frozen T-shirt?
Hey guys, what's up?
I'm out. I'm out. And you're eliminated. Oh, my frozen friend. Can't believe you have to go so soon. I don't know how I'm gonna last in this game without you. I'll go on, for the both of us. Before you go, a parting gift.
Goodbye.
Thank goodness that one's gone. Took up so much space, I could finally breathe. Uh-oh, my head's washed. I forgot I have a taste today.
What is this? The Head Show? Who gives an elf?
I do. Today's contest is to help Hedge get ready for his date. Begin.
This challenge is perfect for me.
Are you in love with Hedge?
What? No, I'm a love expert. Back where I'm from, they call me the Rizzler.
More like the Fiddler.
Stop!
Yeah, and you're super good at eating too.
What?
Oh, ooh. We can make dinner for Head to the date.
You guys aren't even listening to my ideas.
Okay.
I hate you!
What the frick did he do?
Alright, it's time for you to make me birthday cute for my date.
You're on our team. Just let us win.
My date needs to be her.
It's time for a yellow Christmas
Make a burn!
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. And it doesn't show signs of stopping. And I want me some corn for popping. For my son to wait alone. Let it snow, let it snow. And I want me some corn for popping. For my son to wait alone. Let it snow, let it snow.
Do I look pretty? buddy.
You're so pretty. Even I want to date you.
Look here, bud. Don't touch it.
Shut up, Ronnie.
Oh boy, my hot puppy's done. Oh, never mind. It's just my watch. It's time for my date. Off I go then.
Hello, Head.
We made you dinner.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Don't forget my contribution. I made it. It's paper mache.
Oh boy, guys. Here comes my date.
Your date is this a hedge?
Is that a walnut?
You're even more beautiful in person.
OMG, is that me? I love it. You're the best hedge ever.
It was just so ugly. I didn't want to look at it anymore.
I think we're done here.
I think that went well.
The yellow Christmases are.
Can I switch teams?
Okay, we're up for elimination. For ruining Hedge's day. Vote in the comments with a letter in square brackets.
Hello.
And I want me some corn. I might sun down way down low. Let it snow. Let it snow.
We're never gonna get rid of the snow at this pace.
If we can't melt the snow, we gotta hide it.
True that.
Sponge! 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 Sponge!
Bruh, Paramount and Viacom are off the perk. Not only have they taken down AI Sponge, but they've also taken down many clips of AI Sponge, and they've bullied the Discord server to change. Bruh. Paramount and Paramount and
Snow cones, get your snow cones. I'm a magic snow.
Yep.
Snow cones, get your snow cones. I'm a magic snow. Snow cones, get your snow cones. I'm a magic snow.
Dear orphan has a big box for enjoy the collection of orphan. Dear orphan has a big box for enjoy the collection of orphan.
Time's up, everyone. Walnut has more snow on their side, so no. They are a bunch of
Normal.
I'm no, I'm here to steal you. I'm here to steal your mom, and now time to steal your mom. This is sibling. It's good.
Hello, I'm your kitty.
No,
Feed me.
no, you're not.
Hey guys. Hey guys.
Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. I wonder what the frick is this.
Yes, guys. This video will play after 3 acts. Wait, what? You got only 1 act? Okay then. I challenge you. You can't watch this whole video without getting 2 more acts. Is this challenge easy for you?
Yes.
Okay then. I'm going to give you 2 much more harder challenges to complete. Ready? Challenge 1. Try to spot the difference between these 2 pictures.
The bug is gone. The bug is gone. Your eyes are stupid. Your eyes
Now, challenge number 2.
Shut up.
I meet some of our neighbors. Howdy, Mark.
Hang loose, little man.
I meet some of our neighbors. Howdy, Mark.
Hang loose, little man.
Hey, Kathy. I meet some of our neighbors. Howdy, Mark. I meet some of our neighbors. Howdy, Mark.
Hang loose, little man.
Hey, Kat. I meet some of our neighbors. Howdy, Mark.
Hang loose, little man.
Hey. I meet some of our neighbors. Howdy, Mark.
Hang loose, little man.
I meet some of our neighbors. Howdy, Mark.
Hang loose, little man.
Hey, Kathy. Hey, Mr. Price? Pretty ain't she? Yes, ma'am. Never let your guard down. Yes, Grandma. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility.
Son, I want you to keep this cell phone on you at all times. It's expensive, so you've gotta be careful.
I think I lost it.
What? Huh?
Well, it's crazy. Crazy. Don't ask why I was watching this today. I'm gonna steal a haircut. I'm gonna steal a haircut. So, I'm gonna freaking steal a haircut. Freaking steal a haircut. No, die.
I meet some of our neighbors. Howdy, Mark. I meet some of our neighbors. Howdy, Mark.
Hang loose, little man.
Hey, Kathy. I meet some of our neighbors. Howdy, Mark.
Hang loose, little man.
Thank you for Linky. What the heck is this? God dang, your face is horrible. Get that. No,
Hey.
yeah, this looks like it. Oh,
I meet some of our neighbors.
God dang, your face is horrible. Get that. Spider-Man. No. No, Linky Balinky. Howdy, Bart.
Howdy, some of our neighbors. Howdy, Mark.
Hang loose, little man.
Hey, Kathy. Hey, Mr.
Remember me! Okay, I think it's about time you two got a room. Remember me! Okay. Remember me! Okay, I think it's about time you two got a room. In prison.
Okay, let's talk about Big City Greens.
Big City Greens, Big City Greens.
Disney Channel is easily one of the biggest names in animation right now, and for good reason too. There's pretty much something for everyone, offering a ton of fun stories of varying genres. The main thing that feels similar is that the majority of these cartoons have an overarching story. You can probably watch a few episodes here and there out of context, but for the most part, these are necessary to watch in order to get the best understanding. While story-driven cartoons are incredible, there are still times where you want to just relax with something that, well, isn't story-driven. Everyone needs a break from the serious stuff, and that's exactly where a little show called Big City Greens comes in. Created by the Houghton brothers, who have had experience with Gravity Falls content in the past, This is something that stands out among every other Disney cartoon as one of the channel's real heroes. Let's find out what makes this so great. Big City Greens follows the adventurous life of Cricket Green, a country boy who moves with his family from their rural farm to a modern metropolis. The concept itself is relatively simple, but it opens the door for an incredible amount of storylines in this vast city of imagination. Seriously, pretty much anything can happen in this place, especially when we're dealing with characters who aren't familiar with it. Over the course of the series, they'll have to get used to their new surroundings and figure out how to live a brand new life. As for the actual characters, you got your main dude Cricket, who's always just trying to have fun, while at the same time being super wholesome around everyone. Then there's Bill, the dad who just wants what's best for his family, but always willing to join in on adventures. Tilly is Cricket's sister, who's relatively quiet most of the time.
My eye! Okay, why am I crying? What the fuck am I crying? My head is gone, my head. Oh god. What the heck is this? Whoa. I have no idea why I'm crying for now. Is it that my hair? Oh, where my eyes made it?
I mean, some of our neighbors.
Yeah, make my eye cry.
Howdy, Mark.
Hang loose, little man.
Hey, Kathy. Hey, Mr. Price? Pretty, ain't she? Yes, ma'am. Well, never let your guard down. Yes, Grandma. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility.
Son, I want you to keep this cell phone on you at all times. It's expensive, so you gotta be careful.
I think I lost it.
What? How did you lose it?
Found it. It broke.
Cricket, you gotta be one. Somebody call the fire department? Seriously?
Sorry. Now that's how you fake a death.
It's a miracle. Ready?
Ready.
Cricket!
Scatter. I meet some of our neighbors. Howdy, Mark.
Hang loose, little man.
Hey, Kathy. Hey, Mr. Price? Pretty, ain't she? Yes, ma'am. Well, never let your guard down. Yes, Grandma. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility.
Son, I want you to keep this cell phone on you at all times. It's expensive, so you gotta be careful.
Mom, I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility.
Son, I want you to keep this cell phone on you at all times. It's expensive, so you gotta be careful.
I think I lost it.
What? How did you lose it?
Found it. It broke.
Cricket, you gotta be one. Somebody call the fire department? Seriously?
Sorry. Now that's how you fake a death.
It's a miracle. Ready?
Ready.
Cricket!
Scatter. I meet some of our neighbors. Howdy, Mark.
Hang loose, little man.
Hey, Kathy. Hey, Mr. Price? Pretty, ain't she? Yes, ma'am. Well, never let your guard down. Yes, Grandma. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility.
Son, I want you to keep this cell phone on you at all times. It's expensive, so you gotta be careful.
I think I lost it.
What? How did you lose it?
Found it. It broke.
Cricket, you gotta be one. Somebody call the fire department? Seriously?
Sorry. Now that's how you fake a death.
It's a miracle. Ready?
Ready.
Cricket!
Scatter.
Times. It's expensive, so you gotta be careful.
I think I lost it.
What? How did you lose it?
Found it. It broke.
Cricket, you gotta be one. Somebody call the fire department? Seriously?
Sorry. Hey, Mr. Price, pretty ain't she? Yes, ma'am. Well, I meet some of our neighbors. Howdy, Mark.
Hang loose, little man.
Hey, Kathy. I meet some of our neighbors. Howdy, Mark.
Hang loose, little man.
Hey, Kathy. Hey, Mr. Price, pretty ain't she? Yes, ma'am. Well, never let your guard down. Yes, Grandma. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility. I gain a responsibility.
Son, I want you to keep this cell phone on you at all times. It's expensive, so you gotta be careful.
I think I lost it.
What? How did you lose it?
Found it. It broke.
Cricket, you gotta be one. Somebody call the fire department? Seriously?
Sorry. Now that's how you fake a death.
It's a miracle. Ready?
Ready.
Cricket!
Scatter.
It's got skyscrapers, parks, restaurants, flying cars. Who knows? The city is full of neat things, isn't it, Bill? You bet it is, Bill.
Are you doing an impression of yourself?
And I know what you're thinking. What about Grandma? Well, we only see her a few times a year, but after we move to big city, we get to live with her!
How dare you bring up positive when I'm trying to only see negatives?
By my calculations, our happiness will increase 200% minimum! So what do you say, kids? Who's ready to leave all this behind?
Are we being punished? Is this about the big slap I put in your bed? Because I told you I'll apologize when I get around to it.
Oh, gee. Look, kids, the truth is, we're not leaving by choice. I did my best, but I just can't compete with these big industrial farms. Bills are piling up and, well, the bank is taking our farm.
That's real sad. Time to move on to stage 4. Depression.
Things will turn around, I promise. But in the meantime, we should count our blessings. At least we have Grandma's house to go to. We'll still be together, and it'll be a new adventure.
I still gotta do depression. Grief has no shortcuts.
So, Cricket, what do you think? It's got skyscrapers, parks, restaurants, flying cars. Who knows? The city is full of neat things, isn't it, Bill? You bet it is, Bill.
Are you doing an impression of yourself?
And I know what you're thinking. What about Grandma? Well, we only see her a few times a year, but after we move to big city, we get to live with her!
How dare you bring up positive when I'm trying to only see negatives?
By my calculations, our happiness will increase 200% minimum! So what do you say, kids? Who's ready to leave all this behind?
Are we being punished? Is this about the big slap I put in your bed? Because I told you I'll apologize when I get around to it.
Last time on Anatomy Insanity. Hang on. We were suddenly down to the final 8. Well, a test tube and light bulb went off on their bead clock. Paintbrush tried to paint with a separate brush for some reason. It got a 0. Whoa! Truly anything can happen. And that's what you missed on Anatomy Insanity.
Hello. Your name is Ephone Thorne, and I am Steve. Steve Cox. Now that you're fully functional,
I put the unctional in functional.
it's the fun. The fun in function. Well, we can work the humor, buddy.
Ow.
Now, you may feel nervous about your assigned tasks here, but that's a byproduct of your highly advanced emotion
cameo, and...
Hey, got any snacks?
Me Phone 4, you are my most current and state-of-the-art creation. That doesn't need food. Rest assured, I have the means to protect you.
Lady Monster Autumn can help.
Who?
Yes, Noob. How many fingers am I holding up? How many? Wait, what? Where? Who did this? Yo, co-hosts. Two-Bag found this jewel in the cave, and now she keeps talking about... Corn! I love sparkly gems as much as the next guy or girl, or neither. So yeah, I guess I can't complain.
Gems? Just a moment.
Ooh, you know, I can teleport too. Watch. Ooh. Did I do it?
You don't want to teleport, Toilet. You'll just end up forgetting where you want to be.
Congratulations, test tube. Immunity granted.
Sorry, what? Rally, Sorry, what? Rally,
So you think I'm not paying attention? Well, look what just happened earlier today. Yeah, did you notice that?
What? Drop it?
No, it shows the world's changing, and we should embrace that, and...
We all get dropped sooner or later.
We'll see you later this one. Ah!
Don't be alarmed! Today's a bright Saturday!
We get knife in our favor. Sorry, it's hard to hear. Over. It.
The challenge today is cave mining.
Over that pretty cave over there!
Sorry, it's hard to hear. Over. It.
The challenge...
We get knife in our favor. Sorry, it's hard to hear. Over. It.
The
We get knife in our favor. Sorry, it's hard to hear. Over. It.
The challenge...
We get knife in our favor. Sorry, it's hard to hear. Over. It.
The challenge today is cave mining.
Over that pretty cave over there!
Gar, of course! This is like the knitting challenge all over again.
You will each explore interconnecting tunnels and work to find gems identical to this one. Upon touch activation, you'll be granted instant immunity, like test tube. A single contestant left gemless will automatically be eliminated.
You know, Toilet, D-Pad, you're doing a great job, but you guys, you're really getting into the pattern of breaking the pattern. Where's people? What's going on?
You all probably have lots of questions, but guess what we have? Perfect contestant attendance! Yay!
Correct. Digital gold stars for everyone. No one's lost. Except the inevitable losers. Disperse.
Go on, get!
I test tube, I noticed something was up.
I saw something. A vision. It felt so real.
Sorry, you see them too?
The facilities, the screen protectors. Golly gee, it felt like I was there.
Oh, guess not. I don't expect anyone to understand.
Talk about emotional baggage.
Thanks.
Facilities, the screen protectors. Golly gee, it felt like I was there.
Oh, guess not. I don't expect anyone to understand.
Talk about emotional baggage.
Thanks.
Facilities, the screen protectors. Golly gee, it felt like I was there.
Oh, guess not. sorry. You see them too?
The facilities, the screen protectors. Golly gee, felt like I was there.
Oh, guess not. I don't expect anyone to understand.
Talk about emotional baggage.
Hey, Suitcase, want to talk about what you're seeing? I'm noticing some funny business going on. Plus, new pairs seem to be forming these days, and that's fine by me.
You know what? Yeah, why not, right?
He isn't. Nah.
Haha! X marks the spot, matey. T-Bone's not fooling anyone with his cave mining cover-up.
Yep, that's what I did.
Sorry, excuse me.
A sneeze? Mike, you blew it! Who says excuse me?
What? What am I supposed to say? Bless me and bless... Sorry, excuse me.
A sneeze? Mike, you blew it! Who says excuse me?
What? What am I supposed to say? Sorry, excuse me.
A sneeze? Mike, you blew it! Who says excuse me?
What? What am I supposed to say? Bless me and bless myself?
You're the one who tried to buy slobber and
What's your
stains.
problem? Don't hurt me. I'll cut to the chase. Join us. Yeah.
Did my hump make me seem interested? Don't think so.
Well, I see your savagery has been divulged from our last encounters.
Taco, it's been far too long.
Get off the moral high horse. You're clearly being trying to destroy
morality.
as opposed to throwing me in the
I now play this game once.
You just want to help.
Oh, come on, you're so close. I don't remember putting this trash on. It's not trash. It's reality TV. Look, they're really going for it. So, I presume you finished your tasks and are awaiting new ones? Oh, come on, you're so close.
32 original Teapot contestants, but only 5 of them are balls. But what if we wanted to make a season out of these? Well, we need 10 contestants. But first, much better. If we're counting characters from all seasons, then 8-Ball is an eligible contestant. Further expanding the Teapot failed debuters, we can add 9-Ball to our list. Bubble's kinda like a ball, being spherical and all, and I'll count it. Bubble is now ball. Using this criteria, Bombi can be considered a ball, obviously excluding his views. Bombi is now ball. This last contestant is a bit of a stretch, but he is a circle and we've never seen him from the side. So Profiley is our last contestant. Now that we have all our contestants, we can finally start the FDI. No, not Battle for Dream Island, Ball for Dream Island. Here are all the contestants split into 2 teams, the regulars and the irregulars. The reasons are listed below. Without further ado, let's start the first challenge. In Ball for Dream Island, all the challenges are sports. The first one is soccer. Soccer is mostly a kicking sport, and the regular team has 3 members that only have legs: golf ball, tennis ball, and basketball. When people only have legs, they need to resort to their legs to do mundane tasks, so their legs would be stronger than, say, someone with Bubble's legs. So the regulars take home the victory in the first challenge. The eliminations will be in the vote-to-save format. Puffball and Snowball are the first 2 safe because they're the most popular members and their balls. Bubble is also safe because he's the most popular person likes. The bottom 2 is Bombi and Profiley. Bombi has been a contestant since BFDIA, and Profiley has appeared in 6 episodes ever. Yeah, no, Profiley's out. These are the teams as of Ball for Dream Island 2. Now let's get started with the challenge. The second challenge is volleyball. In volleyball, you use your arms, and literally none of the regulars have arms. Yeah, no, the irregulars win. The first bunch of people safe are golf ball, tennis ball, and basketball because of their time in Teapot. 8-Ball and 9-Ball are almost the same exact character, but one's an actual contestant and one's just a failed debuter. 8-Ball's safe and 9-Ball's out. It's time for... The third challenge is bowling, and in an official BFDI episode, the announcer himself says that armless people can't bowl. And considering the fact that none of the regulars have arms, the irregulars win again. The first people safe are tennis ball, golf ball, and basketball. The bottom 2 are 8-Ball and 8-Ball. Yeah, no, what did you expect? Golf ball, tennis ball, and basketball are 3 of the most developed Teapot contestants, and 8-Ball has participated in 7 challenges ever. You know, 8-Ball's out. Here are the teams as... Stop interrupting me! The fourth challenge is basketball, and in basketball, teams compete to get possession of the ball so they can score. But the regulars already have a basketball on their team, so they don't need to get possession, they can just keep on scoring. The regulars actually win. Snowball and Bombi are probably the only people who actually did anything in the challenge, so they're both safe. The bottom 2 are Puffball and Bubble. Although Bubble is more popular than Puffball, she doesn't do good in challenges, so in a competition based on sports, she does nothing. So Puffball's safe and Bubble's out. Please don't interrupt me. Please, please. Your fifth challenge is handball. I don't have to say anything, do I? Handball. 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 The regulars win. The first person safe is golf ball, as she's the most popular of the 3. The bottom 2 are tennis ball and basketball. Basketball because she's not that popular, and tennis ball because she's considered a simp. But out of these 2, I think basketball is safe and tennis ball is out. Alright, just do it. Just interrupt me. Wait, you didn't interrupt me this time. No! No challenge yet, 'cause it's time for the merge. Welcome to the merge. Who do you think will win? Why? The sixth challenge is badminton. There will be 2 1v1 matches, and puffball, since you don't have arms or legs, you're automatically disqualified. Will probably be equal in terms of capabilities in badminton, but since golf ball has a technical edge, I must say he wins. Snowball is always shown to be strong, but he's actually really weak, as he's lost a fight to Naily, and Bommy's considered to be stronger than Naily, so Bommy's just gonna dominate. Bommy wins. I feel like people will find it funny how Snowball got his shit handed to him, so he's probably safe. The bottom 2 are basketball and puffball. They're both about equal.
Hi, I'm Bryson, and I have a lot of siblings. Naturally, I've already made videos about them and slandered their names. Don't worry, Mom and Dad will get their chance on the slander spotlight soon. In the meantime, I decided to compile all my favorite stories about my siblings. Please enjoy the sibling saga.
Hey, Brenner, if you jump off this cliff right now, I'll give you a penny. Oh. Hi, I'm Bryson, and a while ago I made a video about the times I almost died and the times I got hurt really bad. But that got me thinking about the other injuries in my family, and one sibling came to mind, one who had dodged the grasp of death more times than I can count, the sibling who had little to no regard for his own mortality and would regularly hurt himself, the wild child, if you will. The youngest brother, Brenner. This is gonna be a long video, because Brenner gets injured a lot. I don't want to cut out good stories or do a part 2, so let's just sit down, relax, grab some popcorn, and laugh at my brother's pain. Now, almost all of Brenner's injuries were self-inflicted. However, I think it's only right we start the video with Brenner's very first injury, the one he got from me. Brenner had recently been born, and my parents invited me into their room to say hi to my new baby brother. As I said hello to him, he reached out his hand and scratched my chest. Now, obviously, Brenner was just a baby. He had no control of his body and was just moving around. But my 4-year-old brain could not let this slide. How dare you? First, you come into my house, take my spot as the cute youngest child, and take all the attention from my parents? And now this? I offered you my hand in friendship, and you attacked me. You must pay recompense for your actions.
Hey! No! Stop! Just calm down! Don't do it!
My parents tried to stop me, but it was too late. I reached out and scratched him back. He began to cry, and my parents put me in timeout. Little did Brenner know, his pain had just begun. Okay, in all seriousness, I felt really bad for what I did. Even now, I still regularly apologize to Brenner about it. But he can't even remember it, so he doesn't care. Brenner, my conscience has really been getting to me lately, and I'm so sorry about what I did.
Dude, that was 17 years ago. Can you just move on? I forgive you, okay?
Thank you. I love you, Brenner. I'm so glad I could get that off my chest. Remember in my pain video where my brother Brody slammed the door in my fingers? Yeah, apparently that experience runs in the family. Brody walked through a door as a young Brenner was sticking his fingers in the hinges, and Brody slammed the door again. Brenner's fingers bent every which way.
If I had a nickel for every time I slammed a sibling's fingers in the door, I'd have 2 nickels. That isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Luckily, Brenner's fingers didn't break, and the doctors fixed him up. Feel better soon, buddy, and don't get into any more trouble.
I will make no such promises.
One time, me and Brenner were playing tag, and rather than be tagged by me, he jumped into a busy street and a car barely avoided him. I guess Brenner was more willing to die than lose at tag. Would you rather die a terrible death or—
Definitely death.
Wait, you didn't hear the other option?
Death.
I genuinely don't know why he is so accident-prone, but this next story was no accident. You know how sometimes your mom has a really good friend, so she decides to make you hang out with her friend's children, but you don't like them? Yeah. When I was younger, my mom sent me and Brenner to play with the neighbor kids, Jake and Steven. The main reason I didn't like Jake was because he said, "Your sister is so hot." Brittany was 18. Jake and I were 8. Have you considered shutting up? Anyways, I spent the day tolerating Jake's shenanigans, but eventually I hid from him on the front porch and watched Brenner and Steven play in the front yard. Come here, Brenner, I want to show you something. Brenner walked up to him. Steven grabbed his hand, reached into his pocket, and pulled out a pair of scissors and started cutting Brenner's fingers.
Stop!
I ran over to them to check on Brenner. His fingers were bleeding and he was crying. I slapped the scissors out of Steven's hand, grabbed him by the arm, and forced him inside to his mom. Hey, Steven just cut Brenner's fingers with scissors. Oh, Steven. What? That's it? I was shocked. Call my mom right now so she can pick us up. We're leaving. We left and Brenner's fingers healed just fine. But still, that reaction from the mom was not okay. Luckily, I never had to go to that family's house again. Reminds me of another time Brody was really young and another boy was punching him. My mom took the kid to his mom and told her that his son was hitting Brody. And all she did was say, "Soft hands, Hunter." I mean, come on, soft hands? How about punishing your kid for hitting a stranger?
You clearly don't know how to discipline children. Here, I'll show you how it's done.
A lot of Brenner's injuries were caused by him wanting to grow up fast and to keep up with his older brothers. For example,
My turn. Bryson doesn't need training wheels on his bike, so neither do I. Let me try.
but one time Brenner tried to set a trend that the other brothers would follow, and the consequences were severe. This next story is the real reason I made this video. I'm honestly still surprised that Brenner survived this. It was bad. In our basement, we had a tall exercise machine that looked like this. Brenner decided that he wanted to climb it and jump off it onto our beanbag for fun. However, this time it went horribly wrong. Brenner pushed the beanbag close to the machine, climbed up, and jumped headfirst with the same regard for his life that a Minecraft player has when seeing one block of water at the bottom of a cliff. Part of the beanbag covered the exercise bench, which extended out, hiding the big metal part underneath. Brenner thought that since there was part of the beanbag there, it would be soft. But his head slammed through the beanbag into the metal part and he split his forehead wide open. Mom and Brittany came running into Brenner crying with blood all over him. They freaked out and dashed him out of the house to take him to the hospital. I only caught a glimpse of him as they ran out, but I could tell it was bad. Brittany and Mom later told me that they could see Brenner's skull through the gash in his head. My dad sent me to a friend's house so they could watch me while my parents took care of Brenner. I remember sitting on their stairs, terrified that I'd never see Brenner again. God, please hear my prayer. If you make Brenner be okay, I promise I'll never be mean to him again. At the hospital, since Brenner was so accident-prone, they kept pointing to cuts on his head that were from previous shenanigans. Is this cut old or new? Is this cut old or new? Is this old or new? Finally, my sister was like,
the gaping gash on his forehead, that is new. Forget the rest of it, fix that!
Somehow the doctors patched him up. I think they even had a plastic surgeon involved in fixing his head. When I next saw Brenner, he was up on his feet with 25 stitches in his head. But he was okay. Phew! I thought you were gonna die, Brenner. I'm so glad you're okay. Anyway.
Brenner still has a massive scar across his forehead, but thanks to the doctors, he was okay.
Brenner, can you please calm down on the injuries? You're gonna die if you're not careful.
It's not hard to die. I could do it like right now. But like, number two...
Another time, a young Brenner was using the bathroom and found a bottle of painkillers on the countertop. They were coated in a sugary glaze to make them go down easier. So Brenner took the pills one by one and sucked on them till they ran out of sugar, then spat them out. He did this over and over and over, and from sucking on the pills, he got sick and passed out.
I'm tired. Ooh.
My mom discovered Brenner unconscious on the bathroom floor surrounded by pills. What? Ah! And once again, the doctors proved why it's good to go to college. Not for me, though, but as for you guys, good for you. I don't know how they saved him, honestly. I don't really know how doctors work. For all I know, they could have removed all of Brenner's blood, which was tainted with drugs, thrown it away, then pumped him up with fresh blood. I don't know. Another time, he swallowed a bunch of coins, and again, my parents rushed him to the hospital where he was x-rayed to show a pile of coins in his stomach. They told my poor parents to dig through his, waist until they got all the coins. He was like a piggy bank, but way more disgusting. He was like a piggy bank, but way more disgusting. Honestly, with how often Brenner visited the hospital, I'm surprised they didn't have a special section of the hospital just for him. This next story is surprisingly the only time that Brenner has ever broken a bone. You would think at this point that he would have no bones left because of how often he gets hurt, but nope, he still has bones. My family has a small motorcycle that we call Big Bertha. It's fun to ride around on, but it has no suspension. It is 2 wheels and a motor, that's it. One day, think at this point that he would have no bones left because of how often he gets hurt, but nope, he still has bones. My family has a small motorcycle that we call Big Bertha. It's fun to ride around on, but it has no suspension. It is 2 wheels and a motor, that's it. One day, think at this point that he would have no bones left because of how often he gets hurt, but nope, he still has bones. My family has a small motorcycle that we call Big Bertha. It's fun to ride around on, but it has no suspension. It is 2 wheels and a motor, that's it. One day, think at this point that he would have no bones left because of how often he gets hurt, but nope, he still has bones. My family has a small motorcycle that we call Big Bertha. It's fun to ride around on, but it has no suspension. It is 2 wheels and a motor, that's it. One day, think at this point that he would have no bones left because of how often he gets hurt, but nope, he still has bones. My family has a small motorcycle that we call Big Bertha. It's fun to ride around on, but it has no suspension. It is 2 wheels and a motor, that's it. One day, think at this motorcycle that we call Big Bertha. It's fun to ride around on the hospital just for him. This next story is surprisingly the only time that Brenner has ever broken a bone. You would think at this point that he would have no bones left because of how often he gets hurt, but nope, he still has bones. My family has a small motorcycle that we call Big Bertha. It's fun to ride around on, but it has no suspension. It is 2 wheels and a motor, that's it. One day, Brenner was driving it, and despite knowing that Big Bertha had no suspension, he decided to ride it off a curb. The bike bounced, Brenner swerved and lost control, and he went head over handlebars. He landed on his arm and totally snapped his wrist. One hospital trip later, and Brenner had a cast. He wanted his cast to be unique, so he asked me to paint it to look like Thanos' gauntlet. So I got the paint out and painted it as best I could to look like the gauntlet. It looked pretty cool in my opinion. But then later, Brenner's arm got itchy. The doctors told him that his arm would be itchy at first, but that if he ignored it, the itchiness would go away. They also specifically told him to leave the cast alone and to not shove anything into the cast to try and scratch his itch. However, the itch got the better of Brenner. So without consulting anyone, he grabbed Brody's glasses and started shoving the long end into his cast in an attempt to scratch his itch. He pulled the glasses out only to realize that the little rubber covering had slipped off and it was now stuck in the cast. Determined to scratch his itch and recover the rubber cover, Brenner somehow removed all of the soft wrappings underneath the cast, leaving only the hard outer shell. Brenner had scratched his itch and was satisfied. Then Mom walked in and saw what Brenner had done. They went back to the hospital and explained the situation. Can you imagine being a doctor and setting someone up with a nice cast to help them heal, and the next thing you know, they ruined it?
I feel like the maid. I just cleaned up this mess. Could we keep it clean for 10 minutes?
They had to cut off his Thanos cast and make another one for him. Brenner got home and asked me to paint his new cast. No, I spent a lot of time painting that last one and you ruined it. How do I know you won't ruin it again?
Come on, man, just paint it again.
Why should I be penalized because of your sloppiness?
So Brenner went around wearing a lame blue cast rather than a cool Thanos cast. A few months later, the doctors took off the cast and they realized that Brenner's arm had healed crooked. It was literally like a 15-degree angle. My mom pointed this out and the doctor said, "Yeah, well, it's within the range of crookedness that we consider to be acceptable, so we're just gonna leave it like that."
What? That's easy for you to say. You're not the one who has to live with a crooked arm.
that in order to fix it, they would have to re-break Brenner's arm, angle it correctly, and recast it.
Do it.
Wait, what? Hold him down.
Wait, no.
So they did that, and Brenner's arm eventually healed correctly, but not without pain. Now, you would think that after breaking his arm on Big Bertha, that Brenner would never touch that thing again, right? Nope. Let me tell you one last story. One day, me and Brenner got bored and decided to go for a ride. Him on Big Bertha and me in my go-kart. We chased each other around a parking lot, but then I thought, how can I make racing around more interesting? And my mind went to my favorite racing game, Mario Kart. You know, the game where you destroy your enemies by throwing items at them. So I decided to drive by Brenner and throw my flip-flops at him. We went back and forth throwing flip-flops at each other like green shells for some time. Then I zoomed by and got a good flip-flop strike on Brenner, and he wanted to retaliate with something stronger. He grabbed a big tree branch and drove towards me. He swung the branch and I swerved out of the way. But the branch was so heavy that swinging it threw Brenner off balance. He swerved and flew over the handlebars once more.
Again? Freaking again?
Brenner was scraped and bruised, but luckily nothing broke. And he finally learned his lesson, and he doesn't drive Big Bertha anymore. But I do. Here we are at the end of the video, and yet, that's not even all of Brenner's injuries. But if I keep talking about them, this video is going to be 30 minutes long, and at that time, he'll probably injure himself again. Let's quickly get through some last stories. Lightning round. We visited a janky aquarium that let you swim with sharks, and a bamboo shark bit Brenner's finger. Brenner went to a trampoline park, attempted a stupid trick, and landed on his head and had to wear a neck brace for a few weeks. Brenner and Brody went kayaking. Brody tried to splash Brenner with the paddle, but it skipped off the water, slammed into Brenner's face, and cracked his front teeth. A car almost backed over him as a child, but he hung onto the bumper while being dragged, and my sister stopped the car to save him. His friend accidentally shot him in the forehead with a BB gun, and his forehead still has a dent. In conclusion, Brenner's guardian angel is built different, because she has saved Brenner more times than I can count. And as much as I make fun of him, I am grateful for that. As he has grown, I think he has gotten a little less accident prone. Let's hope it keeps going in that direction, because I'm pretty sure he has used up all of his 9 lives. God has sent his soul back to the living world so many times at this point that if Brenner shows up there again, God might just say, oh, forget it, and keep him. Well, hey, it could be worse. At least his soul is going to heaven. Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? Hey, my brother has been bullying me a ton lately, but I've been studying his tactics and I know how to get him back. I've set up a bucket above his door so that when he walks through, he'll get soaked. Ooh, here it comes. Shh. What?
Use my endless spells against you.
Hi, I'm Bryson, and this is my older brother Brayden. We're best friends now, but our relationship wasn't always like that. Brayden was a total bully, and I was the innocent victim for our whole lives. That's not shut up. Anyway, you told me to shut up. Back off, it's my turn. I'm boss. Get down here. That's right. I'm ready. You better lawyer up. Anyway, today I wanted to regale you with some of the fantastical stories of our sibling rivalry and how that blossomed into a beautiful friendship. Let's start at the beginning. Brayden had a huge problem with me minding my own business. I would just be chilling in my room playing with Legos and he would come in and knock them down. It's kind of like a beaver when it sees water. They both think, well, someone's gotta put a stop to this. One time we were wrestling and we had stuffed pillows under our shirts for protection. Brayden saw this and thought,
Oh, he's got a pillow under his shirt. He's immune to all attacks. So it doesn't matter how hard I hit him.
Then he kicked me into a stool. It dug into my unprotected back and knocked the wind out of me.
Okay, stop being so dramatic. You're fine. Look, I'm thinking there's no reason we can't keep this little incident between us. Don't tell Mom, or I'll wring your neck. Okay, all good. See you later.
Brayden himself has told me that he didn't discover empathy until one day when he threw a pine cone at Brody's back and made him bleed.
Oh. Anyway.
He didn't apply one day when he threw a pine cone at Brody's back and made him bleed.
Oh.
One day when he threw a pine cone at Brody's back and made him bleed.
Oh. Anyway, he didn't apply empathy until several years later, though. Even now, his empathy is selective. Brayden loves pushing buttons. Growing up with him was a masterclass in making other people mad. And bothering me was easy. I just wanted peace, and Brayden knew exactly how to shatter that peace. For example, for several nights in a row, I would be in bed, Brayden would come in and say, "You've had it far too..."
It can't be.
I thought it never... Empathy until several years later, though. Even now, his empathy is selective. Brayden loves pushing buttons. Growing up with him was a masterclass in making other people mad. And bothering me was easy. I just wanted peace, and Brayden knew exactly how to shatter that peace. For example, for several nights in a row, I would be in bed, Brayden would come in and say, "You've had it far too good for far too long," and then beat me up. After, I would say, "Why?" And he would say, "No reason, unprovoked." Anyways, see you same time tomorrow night? One time, we were on a family cruise, and Mom wanted us all to take a picture together. At this point, Brayden's button-pushing and bothersome tendencies had infected all of us. It was like a virus. Brayden would bother me, and to blow off steam, I would bother Brenner. What a healthy brother dynamic. Hurt people, what can I say? Am I right? And further, Brayden was an expert at making it seem like it was my fault and playing innocent. So there we were, getting ready to take a picture, and Brody and Brayden decide this would be the perfect time to start grabbing my butt. Obviously, I get angry and start pushing and trying to get them to stop as they laugh at me. Mom hears the ruckus and, of course, assumes I'm just causing problems for no reason and says, "Bryson, stop!" So I tried to just deal with it and smile for the picture as my brothers laughed at me. Here is a recreation of that picture. I lost on all accounts. I look super ugly because I'm trying not to squirm because my butt is being grabbed. Mom was mad at me, and Brody and Brayden look great. They were experiencing the pure joy of a devious master plan coming together. They knew I had no options, so their smiles are genuine. Neither of them had ever, nor ever would again, smiled that brightly for any family photos. However, me and Brayden did have a team up on that same trip. I was in the shower, and Brenner kept turning off the light to bug me. I kept warning him that I would spit water on him if he kept turning off the light, but that only strengthened his resolve to bother me. He would turn it off and then run away down the hall over and over. Eventually, I asked Brayden to help me administer justice to Brenner, and he agreed. Brayden hid behind the door, Brenner came back and turned off the light, but before he could escape, Brayden grabbed him. "Do it, now!" As I filled up my mouth with water to spray Brenner, I started laughing about how funny it was gonna be when I sprayed him. But the laughter caused me to accidentally inhale the water. It all went in my lungs and I started coughing violently. And something about that made my stomach go, "Oh yeah, he's coughing. Let's just do a full reset. Send all stomach contents back from whence they came, please." And I threw up in the shower as my brothers watched. I should have just thrown up on Brenner. He would have never bothered me again. But alas. Here's another example of Brayden's shenanigans infecting his fellow men. We were in high school at this point, and Brayden had taken a liking to flipping me off. However, eventually it just became an inside joke to us, and I would flip him off back. So we would do this all the time to each other as confused by harmless prank went quite wrong. We were getting food at a restaurant. I paid, and the lady gave me my receipt, and I